It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Denver Nuggets. Well, for Denver, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. Well, you knew he'd get there eventually, and at this point it appears that Kristaps Porzingis is going to be a star for a long time to come. What do you think his ceiling is as a player, Shaq?
Well, I don't know why they call him the unicorn, but everyone likes to compare him to Dirk Nowitzki, which I think is fair. But he plays with a little bit more intensity and goes to the rim often.
Well, they call him a unicorn because you don't see him very often. Or you rarely see him, or you
I've
never
never
see
seen
him.
one.
And they've said, and they're saying you never see a
That's
guy
a
like
terrible
Porzingis.
nickname. That's the worst nickname of all nicknames.
He also has a horn on his head.
No, now that's
got
all.
it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, see, now I understand.
Right. Well, I get. New Yorkers didn't give him a good review early on. They thought he was going to be a bust. On
They were
draft
wrong.
day, they were so wrong. This guy is cold-blooded. He's an assassin. And Shaq, can you spell his last name, Porzingis? I'll buy you lunch if you can spell Porzingis.
Oh, you know I like to eat, so that'll be Porzingis, baby.
Oh my God, Porzingis!
Very nice. How do you spell his first name?
First name is Kristaps. I'll take a double cheeseburger.
Oh wow, this dude.
And you get some fries for the Kristaps.
That's right.
I never thought.
Here's Kevin
Don't
Harlan.
mention food, buddy.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from the Pepsi Center. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a win against the Golden State Warriors. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis was taken with the 4th pick in 2015, and he was considered a project then. But he's shown himself ready, and part of that has been his mentality. He said, they thought I was afraid, but that's not who I am. I'll never back down from anybody. If I want to succeed, I can't be scared of anybody. I've got to be fearless out there on the court. Kevin?
Thanks, G.A. And what's scary is Porzingis is only going to get better. That kind of fearlessness will help him in the long run.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Boys, nice and high.
So the Nuggets win the tip, and now the New York Knicks starters. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Emmanuel Mudiay. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2.
Gary Harris looking comfortable right there from the three-point line. That's becoming a high percentage shot for him.
Mudiay kicks to Kanter. Now here's Mudiay. He's guarded closely. Here's Hardaway. And here's Porzingis for a 3. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Yeah, I don't think you have to tell Porzingis twice to take shots like that. Once the ball's in his hands, he's looking to the rim.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And the shot no good, a bit short. Denver on D, fresh from a win against Portland.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And so it's New York with it, following the miss by Jokic. Some nice passing by New York here. Clock at 6. Screen by Porzingis. Off the pick. Ntilikina can't hit. Barton wide open. He fires. Another three for Denver.
Will Barton catches the ball. A great job of squaring up, and the defense better be aware of him there.
Moutier dishes to Hardaway. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Cantor. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contested.
Kept alive. Porzingis inside. Millsap on him. Snatched up. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 now.
Well, Porzingis tireless on that possession there in terms of tracking down the offensive rebound.
Jokic passes to Barton. Second shot opportunity, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
And boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
Chalk up 2 there.
Precision pass from Moutier to get his teammate a good look there.
Harris outside. Feeds to Millsap. Over Hardaway, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. New York trailing. Passes to Cantor. Over Jokic, and Enes Kanter again. Kanter's got his second bucket tonight.
Kanter does a good job of shooting off the catch there, easily getting that shot up thanks to his height.
For 3, Millsap. The offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Portland.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's on Enes Kanter.
Now 6'10", 250 pounds. That's a big man out there, and he uses his size to draw the contact there. Nice job by Jokic.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days, but the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position, but he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
Now here's Moutier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. There's a screen by Kanter. Here's Porzingis. Good defense by Jokic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Hardaway kicks to Porzingis. Here's Ntilikina, guarded by Harris. Here's Porzingis, and he gets it to go. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Murray kicks to Harris. Jokic a screen. Pass to Millsap. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They trail by 1. Now here's Moutier. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Off the screen. Oh,
yikes! Wow. Unreal play there. Moutier ran that pick and roll to perfection to get himself the shot.
Then unleash chaos. Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Out to the wing. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Moutier kicks to Hardaway. He dishes it to Cantor. There's the feed to Moutier. Here's Ntilikina. A 3-pointer off the mark. Denver's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Left side Harris. Now the dish to Barton. Pass to Jokic. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. And too long on the shot.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
So he gets them both. The Nuggets trail. Barton dishes to Plumlee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Millsap misses.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. A 3-pointer off the mark. Dishes it to Murray. The Nuggets with another miss.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
And Porzingis, here we go. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. And it's 9 points for Porzingis.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Barton kicks to Harris. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Moutier passes to Porzingis. Count it. And now a 5-point New York lead.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Millsap. The shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Porzingis.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
and doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator. Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Plumlee with the steal. Now Murray. He had 13 points in the win against Portland. And he hits the jumper for 2. Murray's got his second basket.
Good sign of an efficient shooter there. His release is lightning quick.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Right, you were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block, drew a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brett?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
Here's Lee following the score by Jamal Murray. 5 on the clock. Thomas, that's good. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Stolen by Thomas. Onley kicks to Hezonja. On the wing, Lee. To the wing on the left. Hezonja's shot is off. Denver's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Thomas kicks to Hernangomez to the inside. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Having filled out his frame since first entering the league, Plumlee can now bully his way sometimes inside and make contested shots.
Lee against Beasley. Lee goes in. The shot by Vonleh no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Thomas with the ball, looking for his first basket still in this one. Plumlee with the screen. Goes up at the stripe, and again it's Denver.
And how about the move he made there to come up and get himself clear in the lane for the deuce.
Burke dishes to Thomas. Burke kicks to Vonleh. The pass to Hezonja. He feeds it to Vonleh. They get it back. Goes back up and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place. Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
That's good from Hezonja. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team's not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seemed to do that with great effectiveness.
The Nuggets have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
One shot, gentlemen.
a former 5-star recruit, won a championship in college. Plumlee still finding his way a little bit here in the pros.
Lee kicks to Vonleh. Top of the key, Hazonia. Lays it up off the glass. Hazonia's got 5 points so far. The Nuggets trail by 5. Thomas kicks to Lyles. Down low, Plumlee, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Take a look at the Knicks over the last few seasons, Kevin, and they just haven't gotten anything going. Last year, they thought they were in a good spot with the additions of Rose and Noah, but the team just couldn't string anything together, had a myriad of problems both on and off the floor.
One shot.
That's good from Plumlee. Brent, for the Knicks, they go after big names to try and get a super team together. But unfortunately, they've been getting players on the downside of their career.
Yeah, I think that's the head-scratching part of all this, Kevin, is that this is New York City, often referred to as the Mecca of basketball, yet free agents have avoided New York. They have not wanted to come and take on the pressure of helping to rebuild the franchise. And many of these issues stem from a disconnect between management and what's going on the floor.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
What you got to like about Lance Thomas is that he's worked as hard for his career as anyone in the league after going undrafted.
Well, one reason the Nuggets have the success they do on the offensive end is that this team is loaded with passers.
Yeah, and amazing that their best passer is their center in Jokic. That encourages so many guys, Kevin, to have energy to move without the basketball. Cut, get an opening, and all of a sudden the ball is in your hands. That unselfish play helped this Nugget team be one of the more devastating offensive rosters in the league.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Thomas. And Brent, you went up against Hornacek as a player and even defended him a couple times. What was it like playing against Hornacek, the player?
Well, I want you to ask Jeff Hornacek if I defended him, because I thought I did a good job, and sometimes the box score didn't reveal it. But what a tremendous shooter, a great off-ball mover, certainly in that system with John Stockton. And if there was any room, Kevin, that I gave Jeff Hornacek, and trust me, there was plenty of times I did that, he was knocking down jump shots. One of the most efficient players in Jazz history.
It's good. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Still working on his post game. Vonleh using that giant 7'3" wingspan to full advantage.
And here's Beasley. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the New York Knicks. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, that prevented some points, didn't it? Also, how you have that intimidation factor going early on. You wonder if in the fourth quarter they'll think back to the first.
New York leading by 6. Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. You've got Hazonia. Lee out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Lance Thomas, and it's Vonleh in at the 5 spot. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, you know, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
That one is off. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with this defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
He hits the second from the line.
It feels like Courtney Lee, wherever he goes, he fits in, and he finds a way to play a lot of important minutes for the team he's on.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
There's the screen. Burke kicks to Vonleh. Burke with it. Thomas is on him.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee, hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Thomas passes to Beasley. Doubled by Lee. Lee with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Lee's running. Burke with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Azania. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
The Nuggets shooting around 40% from the floor here. Kicks to Plumlee. It's hauled in by Thomas.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
And it's Lee, that time on the assist by Burke. And now a 9-point New York lead.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Inside and stolen by Vonleh. The drop. Oh,
no doubt. Now, one of the things that Lee does fairly well is the change of speed, so tough for the defense to get timing on him.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here is Thomas. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. The 15-footer, good. Thomas got 6.
One of the better shots in his arsenal. Someone has to rotate.
Burke dishes to Thomas. Vonleh with it, working on Plumlee. Here's Azania. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
And Brent, even though it might be somewhat counterintuitive, the numbers show that up-tempo styles are fairly high in efficiency. That may surprise some people. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think what gives in that scenario, Kevin, is it's so hard to scramble back with teams that are operating in the first 6 or 7 seconds of the shot clock to cover the three-point line. All of a sudden, you're running out to guys and opening up space in the interior. That's going to open up drive opportunities to the lane and easy layups. And where you see that most are big men who are getting taken advantage of by running back into the paint. Those threes are worth more than 2. That math class pays off.
It does. I can tell. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Jokic. He feeds it to Millsap. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And that will conclude a long 7-game road trip for the team. Up top, Burke. He's guarded by Thomas. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cans it from downtown.
Well, Porzingis has that range, a luxury to have a guy that size who can stroke it.
Thomas kicks to Murray. Back to Thomas. They set the pick. Millsap a screen. Now here's Thomas. 6 points for him. Count that one. Jokic has got 8 points.
That's so nice for a coach to look at his center as a capable shooter. Jokic is just that.
Burke the pass to Kanter. Pass to Ntilikina. There's a screen by Kanter. Off the pick, and the layup is up and in. Kanter's got the lead up to 12 now for New York.
And there's the body control of Kanter, able to adjust and convert under pressure.
Pass to Jokic. Hardaway against Barton. The Knicks pull it in. Now Burke. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Down low, Barton. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Burke kicks to Porzingis. Back to Burke. New York moving it around. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
It just feels like at this point, the Knicks know they need to build around Kristaps Porzingis for their future. Best player for them on both ends of the floor, as he's a great rim protector. He's very young, connecting with New York City. There's some hope there.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Trey Burke. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
With Porzingis, he truly is the star the Knicks were waiting to draft.
Well, you might go all the way back to the draft when Patrick Ewing ended up putting on that New York Knicks ball cap. Maybe even Mark Jackson, who ended up as the Rookie of the Year as the 18th pick for the New York Knicks. They do have their centerpiece moving forward. Kristaps Porzingis is a very unique talent in the NBA. Really the pressure on now to build around that guy and get back to contending basketball in the Eastern Conference.
And here is Hardaway following the 3 from Will Barton. Hardaway dishes to Kanter. Back to Hardaway. New York needs to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Nuggets.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 10. Jokic a screen. Here's Murray. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Mudiay. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long-term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
A free throw good from Moutier. There are a fair amount of explosive point guards in the league, and Moutier is right up there with the best of them. Brent, the way he can just blow by a guy and rise up is incredible for a guard his size.
Yeah, Moutier can cover a lot of space with just one dribble, so take up the ground that's being offered up to you by your defender. It's just tough to remain consistent with that kind of shot attempt night after night over the top of defender and with contact. We'll see as he progresses how that goes.
Now here's Barton. He had 13 points in the win against Portland.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Knicks leading by 7. Moutier with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Cantor, the pass to Moutier. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Murray. New York, no good that time either.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Now here's Moutier following the miss by Jamal Murray. Moutier kicks to Hardaway. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Nuggets trail by 9. To the inside. And that one's good. Jokic. Jokic has got 6 in the quarter.
Growing confidence for Jokic around the rim. Feels like no defender can stop him in the paint.
Moutier dishes to Hardaway. He kicks it to Cantor. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. And that one drops. And that's now 6 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Have to appreciate how comfortable Moutier looked taking that one. Released it as soon as he caught it.
Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Moutier. Screen by Porzingis. Moutier, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Brett, you've played for 6 different teams. What does it feel like to have to go in and prove yourself to a whole new group of teammates and coaches, the new fan base, all of it?
I think those situations can all change dramatically, Kevin. If you're in the league for 5 or 6 years, there's a good understanding that you're there for a reason. You're just shifting addresses and cities at that point. And I think guys have an understanding and respect for what you bring to the table because they know your game will travel.
For the Nuggets, Lyles checked in for Millsap. Hernan Gomez comes in for Will Barton. And it's Beasley in for Jamal Murray. And a new group in for the Knicks. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Lance Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Hezonja, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Lee in for Ntilikina. Offensive rebound. Vonleh kicks to Moutier. They set the pick. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Moutier's got 8 points.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Beasley kicks to Harris. There's 1:34 left in the first half. Here's Lyles. Here's Jokic. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Nuggets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Nuggets.
There's tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
Now here's Thomas. Feeds it to Moutier. New York moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Hazanya's shot is off. Friend, as you said, the Nuggets have a balanced roster, and from that, a balanced scoring attack.
Well, a lot of the guys on this Nuggets roster can score some points, so having players at every position who can get you a bucket, that can lead to some great offensive success.
Denver with the ball. 6-point game. Plumlee with the screen. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and it's off from 3-point range. Here's Hazanya. Some solid defense from Harris.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the screen. Moutier passes to Thomas. Back to Moutier. Down low. And Lee with the basket on the assist for Moutier. Moutier's got 4 assists in the game. Plumlee with the screen. And here's Beasley. And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 steal. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling thy paint. Shaquille.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Denver?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
The lights of downtown Denver shimmering in the background as we welcome you back to the Mile High City and the Pepsi Center. The second half just about to get going here. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Yeah, those extra possessions, considering how hard it can be sometimes to find offense, become invaluable.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. New York leading by 8. Harris and Barton are the perimeter. Down low, it's Millsap and Jokic. And it's Murray in at the 1. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Outside Hardaway. Cantor with a screen on Barton. They get it back. 4 seconds left. Misses at the rim. Denver shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Pass to Murray. He dishes it to Harris. Jokic a screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that, to me, makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
That free throw, no good. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
And Brent, there aren't a lot of places quite as special as playing here in New York and on this floor. What was it like for you the first time you played against the Knicks in New York?
Unbelievable. I love getting to the big city every year. Amazing to be inside the Garden. I have to tell you, Kevin, one of my favorite things was to walk to the New York Knicks opposing team locker room and see the poster of Frank Sinatra outside the locker room. He did it his way, and we ended up doing it ours.
New York leading by 7. And the pass to Porzingis. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Porzingis has got 18 points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's Jokic. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
Free throw, good. Jokic. In a draft stock with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
He's perfect from the line this time.
The interesting thing about Jokic and his incredible talent is how much the offense changed around him. I mean, coaching staffs are looking at him now as a pivotal point to the offense to make plays and also score.
Here's Ntilikina. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now here's Murray. They trail by 9 points. There's the feed to Harris. Millsap a screen. Harris kicks to Jokic. 5 to shoot. Millsap has the open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 7 points for Paul Millsap.
Over the years, Millsap has done a great job of expanding his range all the way out to the three-point line.
There's a good screen. Moutier passes to Porzingis. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Porzingis has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Barton against Hardaway. Shot off the pick. That one wide left. The Knicks leading by 8. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Moutier. Outside, Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. Hardaway dishes to Moutier. Out to the right wing. A 3 from Porzingis. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And a chance now to review the shot chart for New York.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Murray. 6 points for him. Now, here's Jokic. There's the dish to Barton. Millsap a screen. Barton kicks to Millsap. Excellent D from Cantor.
Now, this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
For Denver, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Again, Millsap missing.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly, or this could get out of hand.
Porzingis passes to Moutier. Out to the right wing. Ntilikina. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 6 assists in the game. Denver calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Denver making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Burke, he's checked in for New York. The Nuggets trail by 11. Millsap a screen. Outside Thomas. The tray gets the three-pointer to fall. Thomas got 9.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Burke dishes to Hardaway. Cantor sets the pick for Hardaway. Martin with the rebound.
Somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can.
The Knicks leading by 8. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. That doesn't go either for Hardaway.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
A 3 ball. Here's Jokic. It's blocked. Up top, Burke. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, everything Porzingis touches turning to Zelts. That's Latvian for gold, Kevin.
Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Martin passes to Thomas. Millsap a screen. Thomas kicks to Jokic. Over Porzingis. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And that's 17 points for Jokic.
That's a nice shot from the Joker. A master at getting his shots up and over the arms of the defense. Take a look at Mike Malone as he made the switch from the Sacramento Kings and made his way to the Rocky Mountain, and he's got these fans on the high. He wants a lot from his players. He's got a lot of youth on this roster and is treating each one of them fairly until one steps out as a superstar for the Nuggets.
With this young roster that Malone is charged with, he has made some adjustments and rewarded players for stepping up to the task.
I think that's what you need to do with the young roster, but also Mike Malone, Kevin, I think is learning a bit more about how he wants to coach. He's learning a bit about these young players himself, so they have a nice bit of symmetry that's building around this basketball team that could produce a lot of successful seasons under his tenure.
The first one falls. Hey, Brent, what are some of the biggest differences between NBA play and international play?
I think in international play, and we're moving more and more towards it, Kevin, is possessions oftentimes involve 5 to 6 passes and exploring quick cuts to the basket, big guys away from the hoop, and opening up space around the lane for cutters to get in there and slicing through with passes to get available scoring opportunities. A lot of these coaches have borrowed some sets, especially during international competition with the Olympics, that they brought back to training camps for the NBA season.
Passing, cutting, shooting. I mean, those are the most attractive things to the naked eye to see and watch.
You know what, Kevin? That sounds a lot like basketball to me.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Beasley left side. Thomas passes to Jokic. Back to Thomas. Isles kicks to Thomas. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jacks up a three. Hits it from three-point range. Thomas got 12 in the game.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second three of the half.
New York calls timeout. Plumlee is checked in for Nikola Jokic. And a new group in for the Knicks. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Lance Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Izanya, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Lee in for Ntilikina. Here's Izanya. 9 points in the game so far. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
They set the screen. Nice work there coming off the screen. Thomas got 9 points here in the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Izanya. He's got 11. Here's Burke. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Thomas kicks to Plumlee. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got assist number 5 here tonight.
Though he's not the biggest scoring threat, Plumlee does have the size and athleticism to cause defenders some problems down there.
Here's Izanya. Plumlee with some nice D. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Beasley. No good with the layup.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Now here's Lee. He's got 9. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Number 5, the Knicks.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Well, he talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Thomas dishes to Beasley. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. Plumlee with the screen. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Isles passes to Plumlee. The layup off target. New York leading by 9. Thomas goes in, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. A lot of answers, but still a lot of questions for how the East is going to ultimately shake out this year. But right now, let's check out where the team stands. Take a look at the Cavaliers. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Knicks. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And I think for the Knicks, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base, because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut back down again to single digits with those points from Plumlee. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Here's Beasley. The Knicks making the shot. Over Lee. No good from Beasley.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Hazanya's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 11, and it's Hazanya with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for New York. A minute 42 left to play in the third. It's tipped.
Well, you notice the length there from Vonleh, allowing him to get that shot blocked.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass and finished off by Hazanya.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Beasley. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Puts one up from 19. No good from Lee. Denver's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. This is to Thomas. Here's Plumlee. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. The Knicks leading by 13. New York moving it around. Hazanya, and again, New York with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's the pick. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. D right on him. Here's Thomas. The teardrop falls in. Thomas got 11 in the second half.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Here's Mudiay, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Mudiay collects himself, sees where he is on the floor, and simply rises up.
And so it's the New York Knicks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Nuggets trail by 16. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Knicks. Lance Thomas out there with Vonleh. Then it's Lee. Then there's Emmanuel Mudiay. And it's Hazanya in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Lee, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Millsap at the elbow. And it's wide right, hits off the rim.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Mudiay kicks to Hazanya. Chalk up 2 there. Hazanya's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks.
Textbook pass for Mudiay there. That's what he's out there to do.
Murray dishes to Millsap. All alone. The shot missing. The Knicks go the other way with it. The inside, guarded by Harris. Hazanya's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 18. Harris, right side. Now here's Murray, defended by Mudiay. Outside for Millsap. Drops one in from the wing.
Super job by Millsap to release the shot as soon as he gets the ball there. No time for the D to catch up.
New York calls timeout.
Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Will Barton comes in for Trey Lyles. And a new group in for the Knicks. Enes Kanter's checked in for Vonleh. Porzingis comes in for Lance Thomas. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Ntilikina in for Lee. Clock at 4. Hardaway. Banked in off the glass. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy. This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Moutier kicks to Hardaway. Back to Moutier over Murray. And he can't bank that one in. Pass to Jokic. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That is his first foul of the game. To the paint. Here's Murray.
Nice shot contest from Moutier there that threw the shooter off.
The layup off target. Some nice passing by New York here. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Bangs home the trifecta. Hardaway has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D, and the communication severely lacking there.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Jokic with the steal. Harris outside. For 3, Millsap. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Now here's Moutier. There's the pass to Porzingis. They set the pick. Kanter sets the pick for Porzingis. Over Millsap. Porzingis can't hit.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's Murray. D right on him. And yes, it's good.
Well, that bucket from Harris was all about perseverance. He takes his time and uses what he has of those muscles and puts it on the defense.
Here's Ntilikina. Hardaway with a wide open look. And the Knicks miss again.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Barton passes to Murray. Harris outside. Jokic a screen. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pass to Ntilikina. And the Knicks miss again. The Nuggets trail by 12. Barton dishes to Harris. Here's Jokic. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
There's a screen by Kanter. They need this one. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw good from Moutier. He's off on the second.
I might chalk up some of this to the schemes that he played in, but no doubt Paul Millsap does not get the kind of credit for the type of elite defense he can play at that 4 position. You talk about his switchblade abilities offensively. Well, defensively, he's shown himself to be very good as a post defender and, if you can imagine it, a rim protector.
The Nuggets now on offense. They're on a 9-1 run. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And Millsap raised some eyebrows in the 2015-16 season when he averaged almost 2 blocks and 2 steals, Brent, a game.
Well, for Paul Millsap, one of the things about being a heady 4-man is you play in a system that allows you to concentrate and focus and rely on guys being in the right spot. Behind the perimeter defense, Paul Millsap is a tremendous big that moves well and gets himself into great position.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thank you, David. Murray kicks to Barton. Outside Millsap. He feeds it to Harris. Back to Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jokic. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And the potential that Ntilikina has is really cause to be exciting. A lengthy point guard who can run the offense well, and if he bulks up, look out for this guy.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. The Nuggets trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They get the rebound. Harris. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Harris determined right there to find his way to the free throw line.
That's good from Harris. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And Harris drops them both. The Knicks leading by 11. Now Moutier passes it to Porzingis. Kicks to Moutier. 5 to shoot. Here's Hardaway. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Millsap. Barton passes to Harris. To the middle, stolen by Cantor. Barton against Hardaway. Up and in on the layup. Hardaway has got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Here's Jokic. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket for Millsap.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
There's a screen by Cantor. The 3 from Porzingis. Rebound by the Nuggets. Harris has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Pass to Jokic. 17-foot shot on the way. Misses the hole. Now shooting 8 for 14. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. The pass to Porzingis. Millsap with the double team. Millsap with the steal. Out to Harris. Here's the 3. They get it back. Millsap up top. Lets the 3 fly. He doesn't hit that one.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Moutier dishes to Cantor. Jokic with the steal. Here's Harris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. He misses the free throw. Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Here's Moutier. That 3 off the mark. Here's Denver now. They're on a 13-5 run here. For 3, Harris. It's good from long range. Harris has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nuggets.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
There's a screen by Cantor. Moutier with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Doesn't go for him. And Denver the other way now. To the paint. Here's Millsap. Right through the D for the layup. Millsap's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Even though Millsap draws the contact there, he does an incredible job forcing that one through the hoop.
.156 left in the fourth quarter. Harris kicks to Murray. Feeds it to Millsap. The shot from the low post is good. And now just a 4-point Knicks lead.
Man, once Millsap gets the ball in his hands, everyone in the building knowing he was going to take and make that shot.
New York, no good that time either.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Now here's Murray. Millsap down low. Over Moutier. He shoots again, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Enjoy the aggressive play from Millsap on that possession there to draw contact on the play.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable, but now still a one-possession game.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two. Good on the first, and that brings them within two here. And Harris drops them both.
He really relished these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
There's a screen by Cantor. Shot to stop the drought. Money!
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Denver's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Harris setting the pick for Barton. Jokic a screen. Shoots from 12. 40 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Ntilikina. It's stolen by Harris.
And it's still within reach.
But only if they make every possession count from this point forward, and I mean every possession. Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
And he commits the intentional foul. .23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a three-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Barton. That shot off. Excellent D from Cantor. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Such a big guy, Cantor, but also incredibly lean. At the NBA Combine, for instance, he tested out at 6% body fat. An extraordinarily low number for a man of his size.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 4. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
And here's Millsap from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, they love Porzingis and his talent, but on top of that, they like the fact that he thinks the game and he works at the game.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
And here's Harris from the arc. So it's New York picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. KP, balanced offensive effort tonight. What did you like about how you played?
I think we played as a team. We shared the ball, and it was a team effort today. And everybody was involved. Everybody was playing good offensively, and that's why we were able to come up with a win.
Really looking good at both ends tonight, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.